Hello everyone and welcome back to the Valley of the Old Found. Now you join me here. I'm just gonna unload the field stones here. This is the first full load now. I'm not gonna be taking this little trailer over to the line production every time. So what I do is we empty this out. Then we can obviously use that lovely big lever here there to load it all into a proper trailer when we come to take. Once I've got a few fields, as you know, at the end of the last episode we finished. We got the field in the forest ripped. So once that's been once this tractor's finished here, we can move on to that field. I'm going to send him now back to where he'd got to, which I do believe was just in this line here. As you see, this gets here, this field now needs stones picking. And I've been thinking, last episode we were discussing buying the really large field of grass opposite. I'm going to do that. 400,000 loan, buy that field, combination of the silage and the crossbow. I'm not going to do it now. I'm going to wait till I do the big sale in January, because I now know I've got a bit of cash behind me to help with the start of the process. So we need to get the field I've just left re-drilled. The trouble is both our big tractors are in use, and I don't think the little Massey can run even my little seeder. £185 horsepower, so no. So basically until one of these two big tractor ones available, that field's going to have to just sit. Which is annoying, but so I guess our first job, actually, if I don't set this guy ripping now, we can always collect the hay. It seems like a good starting point. So I'm just going to drop this here for now. It's not where I normally keep it, but I know here's where I come to pick it back up again. I'm going to go back to, of course, my beloved. Now I know the Forage DLC just launched as time of recording this, and there is a new forage harvester in it. I'll hopefully get to use it at some point, but obviously right now there's not really any logic in me buying a second forage wagon. So as I said, my first plan is to put as much of the store as possible into the TMR mixer over here. Yeah, I don't need silage additive for this because this is straw. So if we get this field collected, we can then pick up, once this is ripped, this can become one of our, I believe this is in fact one of our super fields. So I could rip this quite nicely into 91. I don't know whether I want to do that. Like I said, I'm still, well, I like everything that's bigger. I don't want to just end up with like two but really big fields. I'd rather still have a little bit of variation. I'd be more tempted to leave this field as it is, rip those other three together. I'm quite keen on owning those two fields opposite here as well. You can see that field 51. 50 because they'd actually rip together. And I'll probably see how it is. I'll probably end up getting to the end of this line and then having to go and unload. So yeah, I hope you're enjoying this series. Now we're getting a few episodes and we're getting a bit more established what we're doing. I've got a bit of conflict in myself because I want to try and get things done quickly, but at the same time try and keep it interesting for you guys. That's why I left it a little bit before doing this, because we had pretty much 2 episodes of just forage wagon work. We don't want to be doing just forage wagon work. Oops. I'm not going to be worried about picking up every last little chunk. I think we've got enough on here that that's not an issue. If I remember right, I think all that greenhouse in there needs, that garden in there needs water. It's no water and straw. Now I can turn that on. Means that it's getting water now from the mains, which makes sense. Alt and O. We need regular letters, so I can turn on regular letters and give them some straw. No, I'm not sure where you actually. If I have to drop the straw on the actual places, there's going to be a tight reverse with this thing. At least this thing doesn't steer for you. No, I'm going to hit the fan, I'm going to hit my own gate. Not quite close. God almighty. You'd hope that the tire marks here would sort of help me, but come on, just gently away. And we're in. Let's see where he wants me to tip it. Can't imagine it'll take a lot. No, it never. This farm is really starting to take shape. As you can see, we've got the chickens in, we've got the... I reckon one more mixture, we'll be able to do cows. Probably next time I get some money in, I'll then go and buy another bucket of mineral feed so we can do another TMR mix. Maybe what happens when we fill that thing? Like straw, it's not far off, so once that's full, we'll then just end up selling. Easiest that point is to sell the straw, because I don't think nothing else with cow bedding, but we can get it out of that, out of there if we need to. Luckily, there doesn't appear to be any snow in the forecast, which makes it a little bit easier if we can work in December. I've left the snow for now, I might end up turning that off, but I know I'm not running season, but I still like the sort of slight variation in colours. I do normally play with seasons on, I just felt for this series it would help us be able to make progress. But as you see, the lovely colour. This game does do that well, the whole scenery in autumn is just spectacular. And playing this, you got me think about, is this something you guys want to see more of? Do you want to see a regular farm sim series? I know me and Chris have a couple of ideas for a couple of multiplayer ones, but do you want more of this single player stuff here? It's a game that's been the backbone of this channel for several generations at this point. It's a game I certainly love playing and I love sharing with you guys. But, do you want to see us both? I mean, we've already got plans for a couple more series together, but do you want to see big individuals? Or do you want to see us come together on these? Maybe I wouldn't mind getting Chris into this at some point to give me a hand. Oh, and we jump it. So once it gets to the point where we're filling these, I don't know whether to I might just check to see if our silo can take straw. What I might just do is dump it in that, because then use that big silage trailer to take a good load to the sell point. I don't think I'm going to turn this off just because I don't want to. Haha. Okay, so he's finished. That's good. Let's send him into there. So that actually probably throws us open more of a chance of doing some seeding at the end of this episode. I'm also thinking that grass field, I probably don't need to do any work on that. We'll just direct drill that just because there's going to be grass as a placeholder. I think it's 400,000 litres capacity. Yep. Just check and see if this can accept. Yes, it can. That's useful. It's not going to stay in here long, because like I say, I'll probably end up selling it off fairly fast. It's just, I don't want to be running backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards. I'd rather do all the pickup, get it all into one place. Then bring it down. Meanwhile, my second silage cut is coming up. I'll probably do most of the mowing and that off camera. Just bring you guys in maybe for the compacting. But you know, it's going to be important. It's going to be important backbone. I think, say, if I do like I say, and we buy that other massive field as well, I think that allows us to produce a lot more. Even maybe allow us to do silage and hay in one tank, so we can always like split the field. Because I don't know if you've looked at it in detail, folks. That's applied it out really, but you know, whereas all of that's a big piece of land, and it's big money. But will give us the ability to get grass cut off it much easier, just one field to work with. So at that point I might even think about a second forage wagon. Trying to get myself and an AI doing collecting, so just trying to speed it up. I also need to think about whether I'm doing the compacting the best way, because obviously we can get weight on top, we can get, but I think there's one in the used vehicles at the moment. Yeah, that's a specialist machine for flattening silage. Now, we're not going to have enough to warrant something like that, I don't think. But, at the same time, there's other methods than just dumping the heavy digger on it. Right, so that means the Puma's got to the other field. I can get him start stone picking that as soon as I get to the top of this hill. I don't think I need to go over to him, do I? Oh, you. Good job. Field work, there, like that, like that. Start job. Right, so yeah, so he's now set off. I'm going to just tab to him just to get rid of that finished work. I don't know why that's not removing itself. Now I'll look into that. So we're now got pallets of lettuce spawning, which is one of the reasons why the little Massey has a front loader. So we can deal with that when the time comes. I've already now got more wheat in here than anything else. More straw, sorry. Wow, I get my words far more from than I should do, considering I'm trying to do a talking position. Thanks to November. It's getting dark, so what we'll do is, once we finish this job, I'll probably spend the night. and then we can plan on what the next day is going to bring. As I say, I'm not fussed about every little minute detail. I'll try and pick up the lanes, but I'm not going to spend time going around getting all those little bits. Just they can get cultivated back in. It's nice and easy. Should hopefully finish it this one. I was thinking about whether to extend this field out just out to the edge of the ag. I'm not really sure what the grassy area there's for, but I think I like having little pockets of land where there's no real perfect place to put machinery to be able to move things around. Sometimes it's easy to forget you need space for stuff like that. So here we are, that was the last line of this. So now's the chance. I think the next one's got to be seeding. I've got to try and seed that massive field, get that started on its process. Now the question is, because we have sorghum, we have oats, we have canola, so it's got to be barley on it, because at least that way, once that field's done, that's part A done, and it'll take us what, 10 episodes to do one part? And we're on what, 7 now? And I can always start choosing it with the contracts at a later date, but I certainly don't want to start off doing that. So there we are, so I'll unload this, I'll park it up, and I'll get the seeder with the big ball court one again. One thing I've noticed about the choice is a bit, to dump something in here and then pull back out that way is difficult. How much do I ended up with? A weird triple figure, I don't think quite. 95,000 litres. It's not bad, not bad. It's like over 2 full loads of that. Big trailer there. It was just under 2 if I used the actual forage harvester. But that's what I'll do. I'll grab the seeder. I'll make sure it's full of seed first. I'll briefly obviously use the buy anything station. There's barley. Notice it has fertilizer as well. You see both of those are full. There it is, that's all of that full now. Cost us a little bit, but when I finish one, I might just direct, because this is a direct drill I seem to remember, so I might just grass that one. Yeah, seed directly. So yes, I don't need to cultivate. I'm just throwing grass on there. So when we're ready, the new mega field can be. So I'm going to throw this on a time lapse. What I'm going to sit in with the so you guys can watch him, and I'll be here in case he does anything silly or. There, I hope you enjoy this. Okay, folks, I'm going to cut this one. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the next day. Well, you see there, last night we got the mega field finished. You see there, it's germinated already. That's great. I'm just going to throw the layer of grass down on this little crop of land. I don't want to call it a field. I feel that's a bit of an insult to fields, but quickly around, just put grass on here, just so we don't have to. I probably won't even mow it, just really. It's like I say, the plan is to stick a vineyard. So grapes running sideways across it eventually, just for now. I like having the grass base. Now if we check the map for our overnight, field 63 is refusing to be harvestable and it's really annoying me. So I say our barley is now in, which means basically we have level 1 finished. I believe next month's going to be the big selling month for a lot of our things. Because I'm not doing a particularly neat or careful job on this one to quickly get. The sooner you get the seeds in, the sooner it starts growing for you. The fieldstones now, the tractor doing the fieldstones needed emptying, so rather than drive it back to tungstones, I actually drove the leap here out there. Well, you've been, it can hold like 8,000 litres, so it can hold probably a good couple of. Well, fieldstones are heavy, so I wouldn't try pushing it right to full capacity, because I think it'd probably do a forward flip. But other than that, everything's just a typical quiet night. So for today's agenda, the jobs are simple. Get this done. Get that once that fieldstone's picked, get on and get that field over there ripped. 52s and like I say, to me the big fields are pretty critical because that's where the big money's going to be. So I want to get them turned around pretty quickly, just so we're not sat on wasted land basically. We just start annoying a bit too wide in it. Yep. I do love this big. I do think big bog-heart cedar though. I believe it's a mod hub, but I believe it is official Giant software. Mod hub. Vehicle, but it's just really great cedar. Great capacity, direct drill, good width. Perfect for jobs like this. Horsepower requirements is also not the high, I think it's 200, which I think for its, I mean you can see that other one's 240 and he's a tiny thing in comparison. I probably should get rid of that, I don't know. I bought it thinking it'd be good for the Massey, but between the horsepower and the fact I think the weight of it means it would wheelie the Massey everywhere. Not quite. I was just gonna miss it. Now else has the two fields turn back round. That falls back up. Here we are, the chicken slalom. We should see. Oh yeah, we've got some eggs. Not a huge amount, we haven't got a huge amount of chickens, so it's not surprising that the eggs are not going to be instant thousands. Let's do some price checking just for the sake of. So we've got a lot of greens here now. Nobody's at bright green yet, which bright green would mean the best price it's going to be. But some are close. You never know, by the end of, let's say it's in January, by the end of today I might be able to get some early shifters on. Meanwhile, this being done is kind of leaving us looking for a job. Now we can always do a bit of mowing, so obviously the fields 84, 91 and 92 are still grass and still going to want mowing at some point. See if we can jump to 50, you can see that he's getting on with his job. Looking nice, is that? Like I say, here's a leap here, just sat at the side with a already 2,000 leaves. What I said about the way, you'll see if I jump it up fast. It's making it bounce a bit, so it's, obviously the stones are heavy. So I think, I wonder what stones, because they do sell, but, so my plan is to, actually a really good price, line production, which is where they're going anyway. I was thinking of maybe taking out a quick contract just to fill some time. Is there any fields near us that are ready to harvest? See if 50 and 51 want harvesting, that'd be a good little money spinner. Typical, nope, neither of the ones I want them to be. What was that other one? 58 there. 58 does corn. Don't have the header for it. Unless I rented theirs. A lot of. Okay, apparently 50 and 51 must actually be harvested. It must just be slightly out of date. It's telling me it wants them cultivating. You know what? The price in wheat is so close. I'm tempted. I'm losing 1,500 quid. The grain elevator is the one I've already been to, and it's right at the top corner. Is that one there? Yeah. Okay, with my. I totally forgot I'd left my pickup up there. I think it's 2 episodes ago now. Totally forgot about that. Sunflowers on 65. Now I think the only thing left to do is to perhaps take over from this guy and finish this off. Doing the best course of my time right now. The sooner I get this finished, the sooner we can potentially put a crop in here today. I really don't know what we're just going in here, because like I say, I'm kind of. I think we're going to need more soybeans out, because at the moment we don't have enough. We do need some for a future contract line, but we don't actually have enough right now. Yeah, so maybe a nice big field of soybeans in here. Yeah, stone picking is one of them jobs. When it first was launched, it was one of the new features and was a really interesting. It can get a bit monotonous. Not something I enjoy doing a lot of. I only really do it now because the lime production, because lime is expensive. At least by making our own, we're cutting that cost down significantly. But lime is expensive because lime is you use a lot of it. You fill that lime thread up even with the base level and it just seems to fly through. Precision farming does help, but we're obviously not running that on this save, so we're back to the more old-fashioned methods. Because once this is empty, I will put this into the leave here, so then I will send this tractor back. I'll drive the leave here back, and I think this tractor can probably come back with the seeder, and I think soybeans. Soybeans is probably the best shout. Because that'll pretty much give me level 1's done. Level 1's all accounted for apart from the barley to grow. Sunflowers, that's going to be difficult, because and grapes. Oh, I need. I mean, do I take out a loan, like I was saying about for that field, rather than buy that field? Do I take out a loan and use it to build a vineyard? Also, 49,000 litres, I don't know what. What I'm also thinking is, I put. This would cost me a bit more in the long run. In the short term, I think in the long run. Because I'll be honest, I have no. I don't really want to do grapes long term. So what I'm thinking is, I buy one of the cheaper little plots of land, put the vineyard on that, and then once we've done what we need to do, we just sell a piece of land. I'm going to need a special trailer, I'm going to need a special harvester. So here we go, these stones. I'm not going to send the stones over just yet. So what I'm going to do is send this guy up into my yard here. And I'm going to drive this thing. I don't know if I'm going to stop me if I try and hit the brakes. Hang on, let's just check. A little bit. Just really get this as low as I can. The centre of gravity on this is probably not great. Well, I'm still going faster than the tractor. I better check see if he gets his corner wrong like the little Massey always does. Oh no, he didn't. Now it's a nice pass down the inside. So this was an episode, a heavy seeding episode today, but that's where our best course of option is to get that. I can get soybeans put on that field we've just done. And that means we start next episode with basically all the fields up to date. It's going to be early December morning. There doesn't appear to be snow on the horizon, which is nice. And then for the rest of the day, probably for the next episode now, there's my weather icon. Nope, no snow, sunshine all day. And for the next episode, so still be in this day I would imagine, we'll hit 52. It's a good way of doing things for us, gets us. Gotta be careful turning with way in the bucket, it can flip the whole caboodle. Right, so that's like 5,000 litres of stones right there. So we've not finished yet, we've still got a couple more fields to do. See if I pull this into here. I'm going to be in the wall here, aren't I? Yep. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting, when I put this in I have to like pull it right to this side. Right, so now this guy's back. And I'll take the seeder over. And I'll get it done. Should hopefully be enough ingredients in it to do what's over there. I don't think it needs refilling just yet. I'm not going to spend the money particularly. So I need soybeans. Is that one? I'll get some field. Suppose I could have jumped in the Massey, but since I was already sat in this, it seemed to make sense to stick with it. Like I said, I'm pretty sure the horsepower needed for this was only like 180, so both those tractors are well above. Well above what it takes. Well, when we get back to the we'll have a look at the used vehicles because I need to remember more to check it. So I want another 200 horsepower tractor. I need some kind of, I need herbicide. I need a sprayer. I've got, the little Massey has narrow tyres on, so that will be able to spray without destroying crop. But I need herbicide sprayer, or else I'm not going to be able to. I'm currently losing a lot to weeds, which I don't want to be doing going forward. Now, luckily, these fields that I've ploughed, I don't think you get weeds through plough. I think that's part of the. I know in precision farming you lose environmental points for disturbing the soil, but I'm sure the bonus is that weeds will not grow through it. So this guy's not doing too bad. I have a feeling that as the hill gets steeper, we might start to probably lose a bit of speed, but see, once again, this massive seed is more than up for the task at hand. Come on, pull baby, pull baby. Come on, I spent at least 2 episodes bigging up how good a tractor you are. Let's not put me wrong. I'm going to do a headland up here just so I'm not let's turn too close to these trees. So I need to take the pick one days have an explore. I've not actually I've had a bit of a look around this map. I've not done like a full tour or anything. I watched a video on the tour of it, but like a lot of these dirt tracks here look really interesting. Like that one next to me there just strikes me as leading to some kind of surprise. Just looking at the way it is on the map. And as I've said to you, I'm not against one episode. We do a bit of logging in here because we do own a piece of forest. The piece between the road and field 54 is ours, so we can cut all those trees down if we want to. I haven't done much logging since our Silver Run series, which if you're a big Fancy fan, I'm sure you've watched. If not, check that out on the channel. It was a really good look at the Platinum DLC when it launched, and some of the new toys. I went way overboard and planted about 3 times more trees than we actually needed, which was always fun. I think Chris hated me for, the server certainly hated me for. I think the planter held 240 and I used 2 full packs. So without realising, just click, clunk, click, clunk, click, clunk. Oh, planted 400 odd trees, okay. Wow, that's like perfect distance. But my only criticism with this cedar is a turning circle. I mean, I would almost argue that the other way around would work better. Put the tank right behind me and put the actual. But then again, we wouldn't have been able to do what I've just done if that was the case, because the seed would have been the other way. This is what's happening. It's beautiful scenic. So you've got I'm calling that my chicken food field because that's we. Even though the chickens are going to eat in sorghum, that wheat's mainly for them. So soybeans here to fill out the contracts, and then start work on honey. Honey means any beehives. Now, I can probably do that at the end of this episode. In fact, that's a good idea actually. We'll place a couple of beehives in a point. Try and put it down in amongst all our fields so that we get another certain. That might actually be good because I might take. Is it canola that bees really like? So I was to stick canola on 52 and put the beehives there. We need quite a lot as well, don't we? Well, only 1,000 litres. It's like 2.5 pallets. So yeah, we'll do that at the end of this episode and then we'll call it. And so the next episode will be sorting field 52 out and getting that ready for everything. I might even leave. Please, I've said before, I'll say again. Please get in contact with us. Let us know what you think. Give us your comments, your feedback. If I'm doing something wrong, if you know of any good mods that would fit this series. Now, I'm not talking about the overly cheaty stuff. I don't want, I have the like 300,000 litre capacity trailers and that. I don't want to use them on this. But if you have any suggestions of stuff which you think would fit with the theme, please do tractors. Now, let's say I want at least a couple more tractors. Herbicide. I've felt that herbicide is usually liquid based, so I need to spray it on the spreader. I won't mind maybe at least one more forage wagon. Let's say if I go ahead with that field 86 idea and have that massive grass influx, then I'll need. I don't know if I do that to switch to bales. I don't want to switch to bales because I've got such a great bunker system at this farm, but for that kind of quantity, bales would certainly be less stress. You know, so you can move, because I mean, I think the largest you can wrap the bales are about 3,000 litres. Now a good trailer can hold 20 of those, which is more capacity than the forage wagons can hold. So if you need to move a large quantity, the bales are easier. Give me a second, let me get straight. I'm not enjoying this. I love how the front wheels just steer slightly, you can see them spin round. Don't know what actual assistance they would be offering because the back ones don't. The back ones just stay perfectly straight. Frame mounted cedar. Like I said, a great tool. Probably my favourite one in the game. It's best balance because I always used to use the big Amazon a lot, which is the big green and orange one, which is great but really big. Needs a high horsepower and just unless all your fields that size, it can get a bit unwieldy. I prefer direct drills. I prefer being able to add fertilizer. And this baby just for me. So we're probably not quite just over halfway done. I'd say with this, if I can learn to reverse in a straight line. Probably about halfway looking at that. Slightly over. But yeah, so we're getting a good few episodes in now, and I think the farm's progressing nicely. So I hope you all agree we're working our way through the systems. I think next episode, like I said, Field 52 is going to become our focus. And if that doesn't take too long, then I might just do my second grass cut. Cut those 3 grass fields got left, because I think if we can get them cut, get them collected episode, I'm hoping the episode after that, that canola field's ready. Then once that's ready to harvest, we can then cut those fields together to make the bigger field. And then we can do the process we've done for the last 2 episodes again, where we bring another big field into line. So for those I've looked this for, I'll talk about bringing those 3 fields there together as one. So we're going to have that one big field there, those 3 there as one. It's going to allow us to do better for when we get to the larger quantities, because I know as these orders, I think the quantities go up as you get to higher levels. At the moment they're all pretty easy things we can reasonably accomplish with a single field, whereas if they're not being, we might need the extra space. You know, little speed boost you coming down the hill to begin. Obviously this field won't rolling, so I'll probably set an AI doing that while I start to rip up 52 or something. Birds. Yeah, set an AI rolling this while I rip 52, and then from there 52 gets stone picked. And then I might just then look at, see how many come off that, and see about filling one of those little trailers with rocks. Probably the little massive Ferguson trailer, just so we don't. If I tried to fill like the 20 tonner, I think I'd end up with too many. We send them over to the lime production. Probably try and do that late on, because then we can sleep, and over the next morning we can bring back the lime. Yeah, I hope we can finish them with the lime and the lime spreader. assuming we're ready to take on Mother Nature. She doesn't want us to make a lot, we want to make a lot. And at the end of the day, we're going to win. You have my word. So folks, to do this one last line, I am going to bring this video to a close here. I'd thank you all very much for watching. Please remember to like, subscribe, leave a comment, share, tell a friend. If you're watching this, you've got an interest in farm sim, it means you probably have other people. Let them know about our series. Let them know about what we do. Sure, they'll love it as much as you do. Obviously, the rest, like I said, there's far more. I know. I saw it went into Restaurant Simulator. I believe I saw a video from Chris the other night, which is a really different, really interesting topic. Obviously, I was in a series on worms. So as you can see, we're definitely not sticking to our lane here. We're giving you a wide variety of things to enjoy, and enjoy them you shall. And so there we have it, folks. Thank you very much for watching. Until next time, we'll see ya. Goodbye.